don't know if you're going to be picking up the cars driving past or the lawnmowers in the background, or my cat meowing in the background. But right, here's just a quick intro, because this weekend is the 2024 Cortina Nationals. I've been wanting to go for a few years now and just never been in a position to do it. Car's broken, working, couldn't get the time off. My previous job, there was no leave during the summer, and that's just how it goes. My new job, it's preferential for leave during the summer, so this is it's different. So I bit in the bullet and decided to go to the Nationals, and the car has fought me almost all the way. And then in the last video you'll see that it caught fire. So yeah, I fixed that. That took a lot longer than I thought. It ruined a lot of wiring, and found a whole heap of other little issues in there that most of it wasn't me. It was all me owning the car, and so I fixed a lot. It's 95%, but just little dumb shit. I went down and got a warrant, which means it's legal to drive on the road in New Zealand. And then, excuse the sunglasses, it's awfully bright out here. So then got a warrant and drove around a little bit, and because I hardly drive this thing. It sits in the shed most of the time in storage, because I'm just building other cars. And I took it for a drive, and it felt a little bit loose in the rear end. So jacked it up, doing a nut and bolt check anyway. Rear diff bushes flogged out again. This thing eats bushes. You can barely tell. Like, there's no surprise the warrant didn't pick it up. But when I got under there, yeah, it's only a little bit. But so I put a new set of bushes in there. Seems to be better. The fire, I don't know what it's done, but the speedo now doesn't work properly. It goes from 0 to 60. It's bang on. But from 60 to 100, it just, I think 100 k's now reads 130, and it's just, there's no reason for it. Your thing's got a bit hot under there. The fire mounted a bit of the behind the dash, or the have you ever seen behind the Cortina? So they've got pressed track wiring, which is 2 sheets of laminate with copper feeding through them instead of actual wires, and it melted a couple of them, so I've had to solder and bridge them up. So it looks terrible, but it's working. And then going for a drive, and the fan belt started to squeak. I was like, oh well, fan belt's loose, no problem. So got home, oh look at that, bolt's loose. So went to turn the bolt to tighten up, and the bolt snapped off in the hole. If I get around to it, I'll put a photo of it right there. Sweet. Now, on closer inspection, you'll notice that bolt snapped off this far into the block. Luckily, it was on a piece of metal that extended out of the block, so there's 2 threads sticking out the back. Now I managed to get an easy out in there and drill the perfect hole in that thing, and still snapped my easy out off. And it was a mission to get a welder in there, but I did. I had to thread it through the headers and weld a nut on the back. I've never done it, and it came straight out. Oh man, that was a relief, because that was an engine out mission, and that would have just me. I would have like, nope, and I haven't got time for this. I would have put it in the shed and just left it there for who knows how long. But never mind, it worked. So lots of other little teething problems that I've figured out and found and cleaned up and fixed. Really gone over it. I guess this is the cleanest it's been, and I couldn't tell you how long. And she's really starting to show a bit of age. Paint really needs to be, well, it's only the paint, everything else is not bad. But so yeah, anyway, to make a short story long, like I just did, this week tonight I'm loading someone. My mate's just emergency borrowed my car trailer, which I decided to rebuild yesterday or 2 days ago, and it took me 2 days to build, not the 3 hours like I thought. So he borrowed that, otherwise it'd be sitting on a trailer, and I'm trailing it down to New Plymouth, which is about 5 hours drive, just cruising along with the trailer. Yeah, the car would turnkey and drive there all day and back without an issue. I'm certain of it. It's just $1,000 odd gas that it would probably take me to get there and back that I'm not that down on, when it would cost me $100 to tow it there in my Ranger. So, but doing that. So yeah, got a hotel down there, and it's a 3-day event, but I'm only going to be able to make it for 2 because I've got too much on. So I'll be heading down tonight to get there first thing in the morning to register. I've already pre-registered, but you can go through rubbish and bullshit. I know there's a few other V8 Cortinas down there, so hopefully be a few like-minded people and take a few photos. I'll try the interview thing, or just do some commentary on some cars, and get back to you. And hopefully it's a cool video, because I haven't done a car video really for ages. It's all been guns. Or it's all been cars. No, yeah, it's all been cars, just on the Cobra. So yeah, I've got some gun stuff coming up. And but yeah, so that's just my really long introduction. And yeah, see how it goes, and if this video makes it, cool, thanks for watching, which I'll say again during the end, and have a nice day. Good morning. I'm very early. I'm about 2 hours too early. But I just turned up at the hotel. No pub. just in time for the rain. Hello again. Right, so developments have happened. Let's just say at this point in time, I'm very glad my decision to tow my car down to the show, as now I'm driving to my car with my trailer to pick it up off the side of the road. And I was taking a guy for just a nice guy for a drive and for the car, and for part of the show we're doing, drive and meet and greets, doing shed raids, and so this guy jumped in, he came for a drive, and we had a bit of fun. And I said to him, it doesn't feel crisp. Because I adjusted the timing a couple of days ago, and I thought I might have done it wrong. But as I left the big shed show we went to, I was by myself, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't quite feel right. And it felt this exact same thing before, and it's sure on a V8 Windsor, the oil pump drive turns the distributor, and the oil pump drive is held onto the distributor via a 3 or 4 millimeter roll pin, and it's shorn that clean off the shaft, which stops the distributor turning. And what happens is it works its way around, and then so your timing gets out about up to 10-20 degrees, I guess. And it was just indicative of not having the spark in the right place. It was just losing a bit of power. So the genius that I am thought, I'll just give it a bit of a quick clear out. So I pulled it into section, nailed it. It went fantastic. I was like, oh, okay, there was nothing wrong. And then everything's went and stopped. So I took the distributor cap off, and to confirm my theory, I could turn the rotor by hand. I was like, well, that's what that problem is. And then so the guy that I gave a ride drove past, picked me up, and took me back to the hotel so I could pick up my ute and my trailer. So now I'm around to go back to get the car dead in the water. I say it's literally a 50-cent part, but they are worth that little. When I went to the shop last time, the guy gave me 2 of them so I'd have a spare, and then I lost it. Otherwise I would have had it, because it's a 10-minute fix on the side of the road. Never mind. Being on a Sunday afternoon, there's no shops open, so just gonna jam it on the trailer and head for home. But never mind, it was a good time I had by all. You want to see how lazy I am? Or clever? That's right, I don't even do the work myself. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's nice and close. Easy. Haha, didn't hit, didn't count. Haha. Look, people hard. Fantastic. Just like that. Perfect. Not ideal. Easy fix.